Hi. This is Srinivasan, a fine art photographer, a long distance skater, and a small time freelance skater who does cross training process such as walking and bicycling to my long distance skating. Has come to meet you guys with another video. Hi. How are you doing today? Today is Sunday, but it's a working day for me. Content creators never have a holiday. Anytime is a good day, every day is a holiday. Okay. Every day, every minute is a working day too. So, anyways, uh, I'm not here to talk about Flaming Runde because I don't know much about that race. Okay, all I know is Flaming Runde is only 95-kilometer race or 100-kilometer race. Okay, and it happens in September, and this year it happened on 14th of September 2024. Okay, so I tried to contact the winner. Hopefully, he gets to open his heart and talk to our audience, okay, about Flaming Runde, because these are the races much less covered on the internet. Okay, I just want to bring such good stuff to the light. Okay, so then what else I want to talk about? I want to talk about, and I want to tell people that if you are willing to open and you want to talk to me, please do approach me. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram, okay, and or let do if you find my account to be private, please do let know to the common friends or mutual friends we have, and they will communicate with me. Okay, so then I'll reach out to you, and we will sit for an interview and talk about Flaming Runde. Okay, so I need people to talk about it, and it'll be amazing to explore the race, the terrains, and how people come every year after year to participate in this race. Okay, Flaming Runde. If people are here to talk about it, please contact me. Okay, so then what do we have? I'm here to talk about the Misfits Marathon. Okay, we are looking at the Misfits Marathon Facebook page, okay, or the Misfits International Skate Cruise Facebook page. Okay, so this race happened on 28th of September 2024, and this happens in a place called Breda in Netherlands. Okay, and this is conducted by most of the wonderful people I have ever known in the world of long distance skating, Mr. Endrosik Sip, and initially, as I know about it, through Pantagruelon. Wonderful people, amazing people, and it was because of Mr. Pantagruelon I had the wonderful opportunity, or he goes by the other name as Fabian Badland or something. So, because of that wonderful gentleman, I was able to talk to Mr. Endosik Sip as my very first interview to the long distance skating world, and I had a wonderful opportunity to learn about Misfits Marathon. I questioned him a lot, and it was all like to the questions of my liking, and he was open to talk about it. Awesome. So that was then, like, it was 2.5 years before. Okay, so now where are we now with Misfits Marathon? It's happening for another year. Okay, and people were called upon, and many got participated, and many won the race. So these are the sponsors thing that they got for the race. Here is the footstops coming from Antidote Longboards. Okay, and there were many sponsors. You can see Mr. Andrews' son actually painting out these trophies on his yard or backyard. Okay, so we have Bosa, we have Riptide, Antidote with footstops and everything, and many other sponsors as well. They would mention it here. Okay, so they got like seismic skates, and they got some another sponsor. Let me click that image. So this year, usually what Mr. Endrosek Sip and his kid would do is, like, they would go buy some skateboards, they would cut that skateboard into pieces and paint them, and draw all the artworks they need and call it as a trophy for Misfits Marathon. But this year they actually bought some very big trophies. That is amazing to see, and they are making very good progress over there. And 2017 winner was Rick Prong, 2018 winner was Rick Prong, 2019 was Mr. David Fabian, and 2020 is Mr. Leonard Van de People, or forgive me if I mispronounce the name. 2021 was Mr. Thomas. So this is amazing. You might want to visit this page. Okay, so if you want to visit this Misfits International Cruise page, I am just leaving you the QR code over here. Probably I could leave it for 5 seconds. That should be enough for you to scan or pause the video and scan the QR code. This is not a live session, by the way. So anyways, so that is that. And with the trophies over here, and we have got a couple more sponsors on the list. The next one is coming from G-Bomb Infinity Bowls. Okay, so they are giving infinity bowls to us. These are anti-sink bowls. This won't let the bowl to sink inside your deck as you pump harder and as you push harder, and like all that. It wouldn't damage your deck. So then we have seismic skates sponsoring Alpha. I think those are mangoes or something. Okay, 80 wheels or something. Okay, with 76A durometer. So that's amazing. So they have got some serious, wonderful brands sponsoring the event. So this is no joke race. Okay, so this is for serious professionals, and they have been doing wonderful thing for long distance skating community for a very, very long time. And this race is happening for more than 7 or 8 iterations. Actually, much more. Actually, I don't have the proper data, but it's happening for a very long time. Okay, so here is Mr. Endrosik himself, painting all the board. Okay, that's amazing, right? That's very, very amazing. So very much like involved and handmade stuff that is happening over there, and people are so lovely. And this also happened. Okay, so someone impersonated the results of like Misfits Marathon, and they claimed it to be Misfits Marathon people, and they put a link inside this group saying that go watch this event on ESPN live and everything. So I got spammed a little bit. I kind of logged in with my Facebook. Probably I should change my password, but I was able to contact Mr. Endrosik Sip, and he was tired after the event. He was driving. Thanks to Mr. Endrosik Sip, Nandri, in my language. Thank you. And what he did was he actually was able to type a message when he was driving, and he told me about the race and everything, and I was able to communicate with him about this ESPN thing happening in the Misfits page. And I don't know if I was the only guy. Probably there might be other people who have communicated with him about this. So they quickly removed the link from the Misfits Marathon page and saved a lot more people from getting spammed. Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, so we have the wonderful photographs coming from this event. Okay, I myself haven't watched it. I'm going to watch it with you. There are 79 of them. Here we have the world record holder from UK Ultra Skate, Miss Lena Marindal. Okay, I'm showing all this picture, or I'm making this video on my own. Okay, I haven't informed anybody. This is coming as a fair use policy, so that I don't exploit the content, but rather just try to put Misfits Marathon in, to explore more about Misfits Marathon that happened in 2024, and spread the word in this part of the world, especially in Asia, or people who watch my content. Okay, it's all in fair use policy. Okay, hope they've allow me to do this and keep allowing me to do this. Nandri and thank you. And we have here Mr. Marco riding a paddleboard. We have Holger Witzel pushing and pumping, and I couldn't recognize him. Probably here is Miss Vela Bonnet, and followed by probably Distracted Dinah from Singapore. Forgive me if I had mentioned the name wrong. I'm very poor in recognizing people, and especially from a foreign land. I come from India, very, very far land, so forgive me my accent, my English. Okay, so she is riding it, and to mention, she made a world record doing Misfits Marathon in 2023, covering the 42.2 kilometers distance in less than 1 hour and 49 minutes, or 1 hour 48 minutes probably. And this year, despite having a disc slip, she participated in UK Ultra Skate, did 250 kilometers, and after that she couldn't participate in Wenborn 250 kilometer race, and she rested well, and now she has participated in Misfits Marathon. That's amazing. Okay, kudos to her, more strength to her. And here we have Mr. Like Alexandre Bagnoy and Barney Boomer. Barney Boomer is an excellent sound engineer, and Mr. Alexander Bagnoy is a wonderful racer at his master's category. I mean, like 50 plus age category, and I've had a wonderful opportunity to interview him. He's an amazing human being. You should check the video if possible. Okay, so the racetrack, he is Mr. Holger Witzel. He was the one responsible for entering all the data that is needed for Venborn 252 Skate IDSA or Web Scorer. Okay, so he's an amazing human being as well. So wonderful people coming together to make the distance skating thing, more and more interesting and more competitive and amazing. So wonderful pictures here. Thanks to the wonderful crew, for the photography crew who was part of this event, who are taking pictures of these wonderful races. We have Paul McMahon in the picture. We have Leonard Van de Peppel over here. And then, forgive me, I can recognize this wonderful gentleman over there. Okay, and we have wonderful people doing the race. I think I could recognize the one person over here. Probably he's the owner of Bennett Vector Trucks. I don't know. Okay, you might want to check on that. We have a wonderful person over here pumping his board. Hi, sir. And I think he's probably the colored person in this race. Okay, amazing, sir. Kudos. Then we have Lena Mirindl pumping her board, and she said like her strategy for Misfits Marathon was to pump all the way through the racetrack. This racetrack is extremely curvy. I'll show you the racetrack when we discuss about the Strava pages and performance of each racers who won the race. Okay, or also the participant. Here we have Miss Nicole Zanakis, and then Mrs. Monique Kruzwick on the paddleboard. Okay, so then I got to recognize this gentleman, long distance skater. So we have Mr. Rick Pronk. Okay, he is the winner for many races. You saw the name in the 2017-18 and all those things. He's a regular cross training process practitioner. He does gravel bicycling, and he does running, and he strictly follows heart rate zones, and that is have been my extreme eye opener in my life, to get a Redmi Watch 3 Active watch and to follow my workouts on like a regular basis of following the heart rate zones. Thank you, sir. And Mr. Leonard Van de Peppel again, and you can go and check all the pictures. I'm not going to give you all the pictures, but it's there. It's been taken lovely. Okay, so as I understand and learned from Mr. Alexander Bagnoy's post, I didn't show you all 79 images. I just scrolled through few images, and it was all through fair use policy, and I want you to go and check Misfits Marathon's page. Okay, if you want, I'll give you the QR code once again for the Facebook page. You can go and check it. Okay, and as I learned through the post of Mr. Alexander Bagnoy, the weather was this time a little bit forgiving, but also not forgiving. Okay, last time it was too hot for them. So this time it had rains initially, then it became sunny, and then it rained again heavily. Okay, so then we have the final images and announcement from Misfits Marathon crew themselves. So what do they have here is the message. If you want, you can pass and read it yourself. And if you want to hear this voice from a far land with an Indian accent, please do watch it. Thank you all for coming to the 2024 Misfits Marathon. We had a great day despite the weather. So something has to be do with the weather there. Happy to see all our friends and new faces rolling on the crazy triangle. Now from the new and perfectly calculated starting point, thanks to Lena Mirindl. Oh, cool. She has contributed something. We started off half hour later as Holger Witzel got stuck on the train, and he expected to be able to finish in time if he would wait a little. Oh, that's amazing thing for entire distance skating community to come together to wait for a wonderful racer, so that's awesome. And it's a very thoughtful and kind full act from the Misfits Marathon's organizers as well. Okay, it's a very big decision. You have to keep waiting all the participants. That's amazing. And they all agreed. That's wonderful thing. Kudos to you guys. There was a there was quite some rain just before the beginning and towards the end of the race. Some nuts and branches needed to be cleared. Oh. We also enjoyed movements with sun where the track dried up, making things more favorable, but clouds would move in after and wind picking up a bit. Some managed to finish in time to stay dry, and others just bravely continued with their laps. Oh, hope you guys are following. Hope you're able to understand what I'm talking. Okay, and it's very much straight up for you to understand. After the podium ceremony with the newly added paddle podium and ladies cup, we had our raffle so everyone could be a winner. That's awesome. That's awesome. I couldn't remember or recollect, but they have added paddleboard to be a new stream of skating in Misfits Marathon. Kudos for the wonderful decision made by Misfits Marathon organizers. The flat banana trophy donated by Eric de Noorman, this time handed over to Edwin as he had finished the race from feeling dizzy. Oh, that's why. Okay. We handed out the new patches before. Banana trophy is something awarded in the Europe to many races. It's in the unique way as a humoristic award to the people who had something humoristic thing happening in the race. So this time, Edwin Mr. Kruzwick, who has been a wonderful talent to encourage and recognize whatever little efforts I do for long distance skating from the very beginning of my long distance skating thing. So he had some struggle with dizziness and he managed to do some distance, and that's amazing. Kudos, sir. We handed out the new patches before it was time and to end the day and wrap up. So it's more like they have it for 3 or 4 hour session and they hand the racetrack over to another crew. Okay. So this racetrack is in Breda. Okay. So if you happen to visit this Facebook page, you will get to know like where this racetrack is located and how people get there and all that information. Okay. And timekeeping was perfectly done by Jerry Bean, which was a welcome surprise as often the people servicing the timekeeping have no clue of what we do or why we ask how many laps all the time. Today's event was in memory of our late friend Raymond Tan. Sorry, moment of silence for him. We embroidered the color of his team shirt to our awards and gave a huge shout out to greet him. Awesome. That's wonderful gesture. We are looking forward to welcome everyone again next year and aim for the first weekend of September. Oh, okay. Hope the dates don't clash for people from participating with Flaming Round Day. They are, they communicate with each other, so everything is going to be all right and awesome. So many thanks to the raffle sponsors, Boza, Riptide Excel, G-Bomb, Sigboards, and BeerNutSkate.com. And thanks to Evan and Menton Team Breda for their first aid support. That's awesome. That's awesome. So they were very thoughtful about first aid kits and medical attention and all that. That's awesome. A raffle is something like wherein like it's a lucky draw sort of thing wherein like they put all the names and everything and they take it out or they have a spinning wheel with all the names and it stops and a winner is announced and they get some prize from the sponsors, whatever they are willing to sponsor for the event. Okay, it's something like that. It can happen during the race, after the race, or before the race. Most probably during and after, not before. Anyways, why would anyone do that? So here is my favorite game. Okay, so I do this with all the races. So here we have the owner of Beer Skate. Here we have the father of Lena Meringdal. And then we have Miss Nicole Zanakis. Okay, hope this line is more forgiving than circling them out. Okay, here is Nicole Zanakis. Then we have Viola Vonat. Then we have the world record holder, Miss Lena Meringdal. Then, forgive me, I couldn't recognize the other people, and I could recognize Mr. Barney Boomer, and we are following each other on the Instagram. That's how. And Mr. Eric D. Noorman, and then we have Holger Witzel, sir, and we have Rick Pronk over here, and then we have Mr. Leonard Van de Peppel. He is the winner organizer of Dutch Ultra Skate every year. And then we have amazing racer from UK, Dublin, Paul McMahon, and we have Mr. Alexander Bangnoy over here. Then we have Mr. Marco on the paddleboard. We have Monis Kruzwig, sister to Mr. Edwin Kruzwig. We have Mr. Edwin Kruzwig over here. I think this is Shaskia Trump. Forgive me if it was someone else. Forgive me, and please let me know that is on the comment. And we have the wonderful champion kid in aspiring to be whoever he wants to be in the future, son of Mr. Endrosic Sip, and that's it. So that's all we have in the picture. So people who I don't know, forgive me. Please let me know later, and feel free to send me a friend request or add me on Instagram anytime. Okay. So then I did take some time to congratulate everyone. So then we have the pictures of people who won the Masters category of the race in push and pump. Okay. On the third place, we have Mr. Alexander Bangnoy, and the second place, we have Mr. Barney Boomer. On the first place, Mr. Holger Witzel. Congratulations, everyone. You guys are awesome. And you can find the name on the right side in the post. Okay. Mr. Holger Witzel in the first place, Mr. Barney Boomer on the second place, and the third place was won by Mr. Alexander Bangnoy. Coming to the next picture, we have this is all in the fair use policy. Hope you can understand what I'm trying to do here. Okay, my YouTube channel needs like a lot of subscribers and a lot of viewing hours within a year to attain monetization. So definitely I have an edge on that as well. So this is all done in the public interest to spread the good word about the Misfits Marathon in this part of the world, and want to emphasize that again. Thank you so much for letting me and allowing me to do so, hopefully. Okay, so we have women winners over here on the podium. We have Miss Viola Bernard with the first place with the trophy. Amazing. She had a disc slip and she is recovering, and she did amazing job here. Amazing. We will check on the timing of her performance in the Strava pages to come. Okay, then on the second place, we have Miss Lena Miringdale. On the third place, Miss Moise Kruzwig. Congratulations to all the women long distance skater. Kudos, you guys are awesome. Okay, and comes the next picture, Mr. Edwin Kruzwig with the banana board here. He had some dizziness, so he couldn't be able to participate wholly, but he did few distance. We'll know how much he did in this Strava page. Okay, so congratulations, sir, and hope you get well and take care of yourself, and come back strong for the next race. Okay, so then we have the kid handing over the trophies to all the winners in the podium. The aspiring kid and a wonderful human being from family of Endrosic. Okay, then comes the picture. What are you going to come? Yeah, the win. Right, I just want to confirm, like, if I had made a one single click. Okay, so yes, I did. So then we have the winners of the men's list. On the podium in the first place, Mr. Rick Pronk. Okay, showing his trophy happily. On the second place, Mr. Leonard Van de Peppel, and on to the left, he is on the left, black t-shirt or a full hand jersey, and not jersey, t-shirt probably. And on the right side, on the orange hoodie, Mr. Paul McMahon. Okay, finishing at third place. Awesome, and congratulations to everyone. You guys are awesome. So coming to the next picture, paddleboarding. So we have in the first place, Mr. Marco. I didn't know his second name, but it's written on the trophy. I couldn't read it properly from this angle. On the second place, Ms. Moise Kruzwig. On the third place comes Nicole Zanakis. Congratulations, everybody, for winning a place in the podium with paddleboarding. And for the first time, they have introduced it in Misfits Marathon. Then comes the pictures of the trophies. That's awesome. That's beautiful. And yeah, you see the family of Mr. Endrosic Sip over here holding in the trophies and everything in the race track. And then what do we have here? That's it. We have come back to the first pictures all over again. So I would like to take time to thank Misfits Marathon International Skate Crew and the people who were behind the organizers or organizing this event of 2024 Misfits Marathon. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for making this happen and keeping alive the sport for marathon distance and races and spirit in many ways. You guys are awesome, and that's the Misfits International Skate Crew members. Okay, so you might want to check on that. And we took a moment of silence, for a person. So I think it's the person in the black coat. Okay, so thank you so much. You guys are awesome. And the person with the French Gautier, I think he is Mr. Pantagruel. And here is Saskia Tromp in the second. Okay, so forgive me, I couldn't recognize others. Okay, so that's Misfits Marathon page and all the information about the Misfits Marathon. We know the winners and everybody. Okay, so I kind of shared everything. So at this moment, I have photographs and videos of Mr. Christophe Jacqueline. I want you to go and check his page. If you were friends with him, you might find all the videos that he has posted. I shared myself with my Misfits International Skate Cruise videos and all the informations from other people. Sacha Ledgers, he is the winner of Flaming Runde. Okay, or Sacha Layers. J could be silent, I do not know. So I just want to say a sorry to the people. Forgive me. I shared without cross-checking the information about the ESPN page thing about the live streaming and put it on my long distance skating thing. Forgive me if you were happen to accidentally click the link. Even I myself was victim of that. Forgive me. Okay, so thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Let's go to the Strava page. That's my Strava page. Look what I saw in the very first place. All the Misfits Marathon data coming up, which I happened to miss it for you, Keldro Skate, because I made that video 1 week later. So then we have the Strava page for next person who completed that race. So this is how the track looks from the top view. Look how complicated the track is. You got to take so many turns that it might hinder with your flow a little bit, but not too much. People were so comfortable, hence they were able to make rock solid timing for completing 42.2 or 25 or 3 kilometers. That's amazing. And by the way, one single lap of Misfits Marathon could be around 1.95 kilometers. Okay, so we have to check on the laps to follow and understand that. First we'll go and check. So it starts off like probably 1.47 steadily and it goes to 1.47 or 46. Okay, so it also depends on the the tracking device they have it on them. So this doesn't matter at all. It's only for riders record to Strava that they participated on Misfits Marathon. So whatever the chip they give you on the Misfits Marathon is the final thing. Okay, and the final results of finishing 1, 2, 3 is announced by the Misfits organizers. Okay, so this has nothing to do with the results. Okay, it's just to understand how they performed, what was their heart rate and other data and information, so that we can understand how the player was doing there and we can understand the strategy and apply that to our performance and improve ourselves. Okay, so what we have here is the data of distance, 42.33 kilometers. Moving time was 1 hour and 44 minutes and 3 seconds. Elevation was 112 meters. And massive relative effort was at 232 joules or something. Probably that's exported power or something. Oh, it's a relative effort. Forgive me, I didn't know that. So we were covering all the data about all these things, Strava glossary. You will see that episode later. But if you want to know about relative effort, go and hit the information icon. You'll definitely happen to learn about it. Okay, so relative effort is also related to heart rate variability. We are going to talk about it later. Okay, but those videos are going to come much later. I have made almost 144 videos this year. Few have released, and this one would be 145th video in my account on my hard drive bank for YouTube. and I'm planning to release it slowly whenever I can in the next forthcoming years. I think even if I release it every week, my call sheet is extending to 2027 January or February. I have so much videos with me. I haven't released many videos from which I made in 2023. Okay, so if I have a very like acceptable, if I could generate monetization in YouTube and be able to like afford all some updated computer gears, I'd be rocking the show, dropping in more videos for my people all the time, whenever I can. Okay, so what do we have here is heart rate, speed. We have speed data here, average of 24.4, maximum of 31.8 kilometer per hour, heart rate at 174 beats per minute, and maximum at 194 beats per minute. That's amazing. Oh boy. So he has a very high maximum heart rate capability, or probably exceeded that a little bit. Okay. So I know he is 30 years old, even for the Fox and Haskell formula calculation, as in 220 minus your age for, like maximum heart rate thing, 220 minus his age, I'm just giving you an approximate number. But he has hit 194 BPM, means like it's way beyond his maximum heart rate. That much I can tell you. So the temperature was at 13 degrees Celsius, but it felt like 10 degrees Celsius. Humidity was 72%, obviously high. It rained, and wind speed was 16.7 kilometer per hour. That's high, actually, and wind direction was in the northwest. And this is coming from Garmin Phoenix 7X, probably solar watch. Okay, so that is the racetrack of Misfits Marathon. And we know the laps and how he has done the laps. We have the lap splits over here. He, on an average, has been taking 3.5 minutes to complete one lap. And he stayed consistent for the next 1 hour and whatever time he took to complete that. 1 hour and 44 minutes, forgive me. So then we have the data of heart rate and speed combined over here, along with the distance and elevation, okay, and the time. Okay, so this is amazing. Actually, you could go and check 171 here. I don't know where he would have hit 194, but this is very peaking data, and he has done 31.2 kilometers as fastest. Oh, that's amazing. That's Mr. Leonard Van de Peppel's data from Strava. I'll give you the QR code. You can actually scan it whenever you can. And, like possibly 5 seconds of time would do for you to scan. Or please pause this video for a few minutes and please do look on that. And if you want to take a look at this picture, please go and take a look at this picture. Okay, I was able to present you all the pictures which was there in the common page, which is Misfits Marathon's page or Misfits Skates Cruise page. Okay, and I couldn't be able to present you all these things because this is his personal page, and even if it is coming under fair use policy, I just want to keep it private. So if you're following him on Strava, please go and visit his page and get this. So it's common. You can give the people's link on Strava. That's all right. Okay. So then Misfits Marathon data coming from Paul McMahon. He has done 42.56 kilometer according to his device, GPS device. Garmin Phoenix 7. He has bought a Garmin Phoenix 7 now. And 1 hour 47 minutes and 44 seconds. That's the time taken by him to complete it. 196 meters of elevation according to his data. Same companies, a different brand, different watch is giving you different data. That's amazing. Speed 23.7 kilometers as his average, and maximum was 29.2 kilometer per hour. Heart rate 172 BPM and maximum was 188 BPM. This lad is very young, so he can push himself over 190 also, but with the maximum heart rate calculation. But he has stayed in the right limits, not to push himself too much on VO to max. Okay, so stayed well under aerobic and anaerobic, and hit a little bit of VO to max whenever required. Okay, probably. And here we have the splits. Okay, so he has done mostly in 3.5 minutes. So that's how it takes to complete that one particular lap. Okay, I guess. Okay, so you can go and check his splits, lap splits, and all the BPM data. Okay, so he has probably stayed mostly in the anaerobic capacity and going to VO to max whenever required. And he started with probably a anaerobic upper bound heart rate zone, and then slow down a bit. Probably they had too many people riding, starting off, and then picked up his pace and found his way through the top. Okay, so that's what probably would have happened. As I can understand his heart rate. Okay, so that's amazing. Please go and check on Paul McMahon's data. Okay, so I'll give a link for Paul McMahon. Hopefully 5 seconds is enough for you. So here we have the elevation, speed, and heart rate data. So that's where he has hit the maximum heart rate and all that stuff. This is amazing. So that was in the beginning, and he was trying to push himself hard to find a place, and then continued to do so. That's amazing. I know this lad, and he's absolute fast, super super fast, and he's very consistent. Nice, great person. So then we have Mr. Rick Pront himself, whom I adore, because like he's constantly following his heart rate zones with his like all the trials that he do. Okay, so all the trial runs, all the practice runs, all the practice gravel biking, practice skating. Amazing human being. 42.37 kilometers, moving time 1 hour 42 minutes and 31 seconds, elevation 214 meters, coming from Garmin Phoenix 7. So Paul Megan's data is also from Garmin Phoenix 7, and this is also coming from Garmin Phoenix 7. You can compare the same watch giving two different data. So speed to 24.8 kilometer per hour. Two different data, as in like certain elements. Elevation won't change much. Wind, temperature, and all that. So okay. So speed is that 24.8 kilometer per hour. Maximum is 30.8 kilometer per hour. Heart rate 166 BPM average. Maximum 176 BPM cadence. Oh, we have cadence data for him. Okay, 59 and 125. Cadence is like probably in bicycle, it's like rotations per minute, RPM. So it's assuming the wheels to be doing this much of rotations in 1 minute. Okay, calories burned 1625 and elapsed time 142.31. That's amazing. You can go and analyze his data. I'll give you the QR code for his Strava page. Okay, so then we have the speed data, cadence data, and all that. Don't be bothered about the too much of a graph and numbers. You will understand if you're going to follow it in a consistent basis. So Mr. Rick Pronk, if we get these splits, that will be amazing. That's what I'm wondering. I hope I would get these splits sometime. If we get the splits, you will know his heart rate placement, or like we can understand the heart rate placement here. He was doing it in anaerobic capacity all the time and boosted to not aerobic capacity initially for about 10 kilometers, and after that he has pushed himself to anaerobic capacity, which is hitting 175 and something, and then after 20 kilometers he has come back to aerobic and then pushed himself to anaerobic. So he was swinging between aerobic and anaerobic. He was transcending between aerobic and anaerobic whenever and as he needed regarding these situations. Okay, that's what he has done. So please go and analyze. Every time you move your graph here, you will see the person moving on the particular lap. You will know how difficult it was or how easy it was to ride, which session was downhill, which session was uphill, and all that. From this data you can understand that. Above rest the elevation data, distance data, so you will know like this. The green dot is probably where the race started, and the checked dot is where probably the race ended. Okay, so that's how it is. That's cool. Correct me if I was wrong about that. To my knowledge, that's what Strava talks about. Okay, so then we have Viola Burnett. We have the splits for Viola Burnett. She has kept about 3.5 minutes, 3.45 minutes as constant timing, and later going to positive splits, as in like she performed well on the start and she slowed down in the end. Okay, so positive lap splits. You can check her data. BPM falls under aerobic for all the time. That's amazing. She kept her heart rate in a much more controlled fashion. I'm so amazed. She has done incredibly well. She has hit anaerobic at few places, but for few laps, but she never pushed herself to VO2 max too much. That was 180 and 175 could be her VO2 max, and rest is all under aerobic capacity. That is amazing. That says she's a wonderful athlete. What I'm trying to say is like, if you're a wonderful athlete, you will always have a very good pace or very good speed building up only in zone 3 itself. Like imagine about zone 4 and zone 5, you have too much room to play with. So she has a very good mitochondrial activity happening in her body. She has so much blood oxygen saturation, so she is doing incredibly well here. Okay, I want you to go and check her page too. These are important people actually. You can check on the QR code to check her Strava page. She was using Garmin Phoenix 7S as her instrument. So wind is 16.7 kilometer per hour. So that's what we saw in Leonard Van de Peppel's data. Wind direction is northwest. So amazing. So amazing. Garmin is giving some consistent data here. Temperature to be 13 degrees Celsius, so which is same, and feels like 10 degrees, which is also same, and humidity is 72%, so it's almost same. So 31 over there or 73 over there, I do not know. 71 over there and 72 over here. That's amazing. That's amazing. Average speed being 22.1 kilometers, maximum being 26.5 kilometers, heart rate 143 bpm average, maximum 183 bpm. So she hit a waiver to max at few laps actually. Cadence was 61, so we can't do the cadence over here. It's a predicted cadence. Okay, we don't have a cadence sensor. Where will you put that on a skateboard wheel? Okay, it's too tiny, and you need to make the sensor very, very small. So it is coming from our watch, by the way. Okay, accelerometers are very sensitive, so you can take the data a little bit, but this is Strava doing the thing. I don't know if watch itself did that. Okay, so it gives two different temperatures, 70 degrees on average or whatever. Okay, so please go check her page as well. Then who else I wanted to check? These are other participants. Mr. Gilbert J for covering 41.65 kilometers in 2 hours 37 minutes. Then Mr. Philip Pollack doing 6 kilometers 2 hours 3 minutes. It's also on the same racetrack. I found this group of people in the list that came on my very first page. Okay, so that's why I was able to grab everybody. Okay, then we have Mr. Sacha doing 42.75 kilometers in 1 hour 49 minutes. I'll give his QR code over here and I'll talk about the rest right now. Elevation is 259 minutes. What was his device? Decathlon GPS 900. Okay, he followed that GPS device, and it gives you power joules estimation. Okay, power data 120 watts, 787 kilojoules burnt. Average speed 23.4, max was 30.6. That's pretty good actually. Heart rate 143 bpm, maximum at 188 bpm. Calories 972 totally burnt. That's amazing. Elapsed time is 1 hour 52 minutes. So all the temperature data is almost matching, right? That's amazing. Decathlon GPS 900. That's considered to be like more reliable now. We have the lap splits. What was his timing? Probably 3 minutes and 50 seconds. That's his consistent and average timing for every lap. Okay, so that's awesome. You can go and check on Sacha. And we have other people's this thing. We saw Leonard Van de Peppel. I do not know why did I open it again. And we have Nicole Zaneke's data. I'll give you the QR code. You can go and check on her page. Okay, so this is her data. Okay, so that's the thing. Our watch only tracked for 40 kilometers. I don't know what happened to other 2 kilometers. Okay, so it doesn't that doesn't matter because it's only for them. And you are allowed to do some warm-up laps, as we can learn from Mr. Leonard Van de Peppel and Rick Pronk. They did the same laps, for warming up, and probably that's in the time when they were waiting for Mr. Holger Witzel or something. Okay, so then I'll give you the we have seen Mr. Rick Prong. I'll give you the data for Miss Moise Kruzwick. Okay, Monique Moise Kruzwick, forgive me, it was a slip of tongue. 42 kilometers, 42.33 kilometers in 2 hours and 26.03 seconds, and 73 meters as elevation. She was using Garmin Vivo Active 4 as a tracking device. Speed 17.4 kilometer on an average, and maximum of 22.5 kilometers per hour. Heart rate 181 beats per minute, and maximum coming at 197 beats per minute. Calories burned totally 2,264, and elapsed time 2 hours and 26 minutes and 3 seconds. You can go and check and analyze her efforts and find other data and compare yourself how she has performed. To my understanding, she has been doing wavering between zone 4 and zone 5, mostly on like zone 4 anaerobic, and we were to max. Actually, if she had continued in this capacity, she would definitely would have felt tired for longer distances, as in like 100 kilometers or more. Okay, so that's the science. Okay, not me. If you're going to push yourself too much on anaerobic and anaerobic and VO to max zone 4 and zone 5 for longer hours, you will always feel the fatigue and be tired. But she has done it well, because this is only 2 or 3 hours race, so that's, you can push yourself that long. Okay, that's amazing. Quite a thing to learn. You can actually push yourself too much to anaerobic and VO to max for 2-3 hours. That's incredible, stamina that one has got within himself or herself, to so to speak. But general thought is like, you can't continue go along for a longer distance. You will become tired and you will need to rest along. And that's my example, because I took 9 hours and 13 minutes to complete my LTDL stage 4 here with headwinds and higher temperature, as in like 43 degrees Celsius, and a lot of elevation as equal to 225 meters, So I was pushing myself too much on anaerobic and VO to max capacity, and, wavering between zone 3, zone 4, and zone 5 all the time. So that's why. Okay, here is Mr. Edwin Crucifix data. I'll leave his page over here. So he won the Banana Award for us. So he was using Garmin Phoenix 6 as a tracking device, and you have other data of him. So hope better luck next time, sir. Okay, so that's all I wanted to discuss. So I just want to recall my first thing here. If anyone want to open up about Flaming Rune Day, or if anyone want to open up about Misfits International race, Misfits Marathon 2024, please do contact me. We'll arrange a time, we'll work it out, and we'll have a interview. That's amazing. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Hope Misfits organizers allow me to continue doing this. Hope they accept it. Hope I have done it in all fair use thing. Okay, and I want to congratulate every single participant and every single winner, podium winners of Misfits Marathon 2024, and I want to congratulate all the organizers of or the people or the team behind the Misfits Marathon 2024 for repeat organizing, successfully doing it for one more year. Good luck for next year, 2025. You guys are awesome, and thanks to all the supporters of whatever of me and of whatever little efforts I'm doing right now. And thanks to my parents, they have been so helpful in making this video right in front of you right now. Okay, thanks to everybody where I live, and you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Peace. And Alien K, Mr. K signing off. Bye. That's Misfits Marathon 2024 for you.